Chances are you're paying more for this morning's breakfast, especially with those egg prices through the roof. Sherry Lowe, the Queen of Free, has some ways to help us save money and time on the most important meal of the day, including brewing your own coffee.
Yes, this is huge, right? The experts are a little scattered on the approximate cost per cup, but it clocks in anywhere between 18 cents to 35 cents per a cup at home.
And that adds up.
That adds up, especially if you're spending $4 or $5 through the drive-through. So let's keep that cost lower by brewing our own coffee. You can spring for more expensive beans if you're making it at home.
Yeah, making overnight oats.
This is huge. I love overnight oats. It's one of my favorite things. I've got out on queenoffree.net kind of the breakdown of my recipe, but I use a half cup of oats, a half cup of milk, a spritz of some cinnamon, a little maple syrup. I like to add chia seeds and some flaxseed in there just for a little nutritional punch. A little drizzle of maple syrup is great on top, and you can serve it with berries, mix it all up in glass containers early in the week, and then you just pull them out in the morning. You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, it really does well too in the refrigerator. It really keeps.
Yep.
Do-it-yourself frozen pancakes or waffles.
Yeah, so certainly you can buy the box from the grocery store, but you'll save a few bucks if you go ahead and make those in advance on your own. They're there, they're ready. You don't necessarily have to worry about it. You can pop them into the air fryer, the microwave, the oven, whatever you have to reheat.
Okay, and pre-cooking bacon, why is that important?
I think this is really easy. Bacon is messy and it also takes a lot of time, especially in the mornings. Nobody has time for that. So usually on a Sunday, I'll take a glass baking dish and put some aluminum foil kind of crinkled up in the base of it, and then put bacon in there and bake it in the oven, because I can do other things at the same time. I'm not having to attend to it. It cooks really easily, 350 for about 35 minutes, and flipping it in between. But it's so simple, and then you can use it with breakfast, but other meals too if you want to have a BLT later in the week.
That makes sense, and BLTs are so good too,
Yes.
right? Realizing that eggs are still affordable, are they?
Yes, I mean, I know it hurts because we know this price point. It's kind of burned into our brains. It's more than doubled. I think at the time that we're chatting, eggs are averaging around $4.25 a dozen. I'm still finding them at Kroger for under $3. So it may be different depending on where you shop, but even if they're that high amount, that still breaks down to about 35 cents an egg, which, we were looking at a 70-cent breakfast for 2 eggs. That's not that bad. So the sky is not falling. You don't have to be Chicken Little. Like, I understand we may need to be painting potatoes come Easter time instead of eggs, but it'll be okay. Eventually this will correct itself.
Some really great ideas this morning. Sherry Lowe, the Queen of Free, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be right back.